Hello, my name is Rasa and I'm certified open yoga teacher. Glad to see you here today. And as you know, we meet on the site yogaopenyoga.com, where all the archives of yoga materials are available for those who want to study. And we are meeting on the course about the fundamental principles of yoga. This is step number 4, and we continue by discussing of the second yoga principle. I hope you kind of have the first notions of the 2 yoga principles. And let's review the second principle once more for even better understanding, going a little bit deeper in understanding it. Because as you know, both principles have a lot of layers in understanding them. And for good yogis, it is important to understand them. In the short version, our students have suggested that we could say the second yoga principle is don't waste your time and energy. The long version is that you should direct your attention and spend your energy only on those things that bring you to your defined goals in life, work, studies, yoga and leisure. And if something that before you are getting involved in activity, you should ask if this activity is bringing you closer to your goals. If not, then you should refuse from it. The short version is good. The longer one is giving you even more information, and we have more things to discuss about because there are a lot of things we have to think. That, for example, that this definition includes the term your defined goals. It means that yoga is not defining your goals. You are defining your own goals for your own life, for your work, for your studies, for your family life, for your leisure, for yoga also. If not, then you can decide. Of course, you can do whatever you like. You can set goals or not. The yoga is about the freedom, but if you want to be effective in your life, that's what this principle is about, then it's a good thing to try. But sometimes for somebody it's more often, they wake up in the morning and life is not good, sun is not shining, yoga is not working, something has broken, or they can find their the most loved one t-shirt, or the children are too loud, or neighbors are noisy, or whatever. Everything is not working. Bad emotions are also emotions, though that's okay, but we are more in yoga about the analyzing things and making your mind work. Keeping it busy, otherwise it goes in emotions and it's again bigger and bigger and doesn't get better. If you want to suffer and say yes, this is my time for suffering, there's a specific goal for it, take your time. But if you want to kind of improve the situation, then you start the analyzing. What are the things that you don't like, why things are the way they are, and you kind of little by little start looking for the way out. Maybe you just haven't seen the door, or just too much occupied with your sufferings that you don't see yet. I'm talking about myself too sometimes, so that's when I'm using the you form doesn't mean that yogis don't have the same problems, or it's just specifically for somebody, but that's for everybody. And there are no perfect relationships, there are no perfect people. We all have some difficulties, and the difference only is either we decide to suffer or we decide to do something for it. So see where your efficiency is taking you. Do you use your possibility to be effective, and what is preventing you from your goals? I don't know your goals. Maybe some of your goals are related to yoga and you are willing to complete this course, and you have done already several steps. Some people have stayed on the first course and have haven't done the last step, haven't submitted the homework for some reason, even though they have passed all the course and still missing there. There are some very effective people that are saying, well, if we are looking for some new material, we have kind of in the mood to learn more. So there are more materials from time to time, and we are kind of adding them quite often. Thereby, but yes, think and write down on your list what is preventing you from your goals. Write your goals, write something that is preventing you, or if you have succeeded in achieving some goals, then it's a good thing to write them down too. And in your yoga diary it could also work. So are you afraid probably of something, or you are very much into blaming others for the things that you can succeed in? Of course there are a lot of people around us, but most of the people even don't try. They are so occupied with their sufferings, they are so afraid to try that they don't. And 99% of people simply don't try. They say, well, I'm not good enough for this job. Of course they are not going to hire me because they have somebody who's already for this position taking, oh, my education is not good enough. Then get the education, or just send a CV or motivation letter and see how it goes. Or maybe there's some other company that is looking for a wonderful employee like you. Or there are universities that are looking for wonderful students like you who are eager to work, who are eager to develop. Do it. Sometimes it's the matter of a nice word from the outside, while usually what we get, oh, you could do this better, or why you are not smiling, are you feeling unwell, and so on and so forth. But actually all that is inside here. Either you learn from your failures that are not failures, but that's your experience that you make the conclusions from, or you decide that it's time to suffer and you take your time for sufferings, or you do something. And this is when you come to the intellect. That is the key of this principle. When you work your intellect, you work with your mind, keep it busy, and you work towards the goal you are willing to achieve. And this work can be a big one or a smaller one. If it's a big one and you have never experienced something like this before, or it's a huge project, what do? In the project management, they make the small task for everybody. They divide the group. This is what you do too. You make the small steps. You kind of draw the way how you are going to reach your goal, or how you, from this perspective, find this goal should be achieved. There can be changes on the way, but you will make them. But you make the first steps and you see whether, and maybe sometimes later you will see, oh, you have gone much further and you don't need this goal anymore, rather than just going to 100 different directions, 100 different goals at the same time, and not being able to reach even one of them. So yes, step by step, not everything at once. Do your best. Keep your mind busy. Keep it sharp. Sharpen it from time to time, and actually continuously. And this is very helpful. When you are learning yoga, you are getting the new information. When you are reading, when you are watching, when you are passing the test under some time limit, this also is helpful. And there's a lot of information, and when you keep your eyes open, you will notice from many different directions coming the right answers for you, if you are having your mind sharp, if you are able to catch this information. Because to catch the fish, you also must have some skills, also the same for your life. But for some reason other peoples are waiting when the million is going to fall from the sky, or somebody or 3 employers will come begging them to come for work or any other things. So we still have some instincts, and they are mixed together with the logic. They are mixed together with the supreme logic, like in a big soup. Maybe nice soup, but when you get out the unnecessary part of the logic, you work on the logic, the soup gets better and better every day. Thereby, find your rhythm, see how much you can work, how much you can spend time for studies, see how much time you need for other things. Maybe there are some things that you kind of get rid of, or you can spend less time for some of them, and it really gives big changes, because last time we talked about the big sharp changes that can be dangerous. Instead of giving a positive result, they kind of make things fail. So step by step, gradually see how it goes. Of course, if you can foresee all the changes happening, like in a chess or in checkers, when you guess 3 or 4 moves like you will make and your opponent will make, that's great. Life is full of many different partners or opponents that you will be playing chess with. So if you are able to kind of foresee their reaction, good for you. Work on it, be effective, find the best way, and explore the areas, work it. Very nice lecture today, actually, from yoga, very inspiring, like, you know, the motivation. So if you like this lesson, keep it with some favorite signs. So from time to time, when you get a little bit lazy or disappointed or I don't know, sad, make it this as a motivation to lift you up. If you need more of these of kind, I could do it for you. I would love to. Thumbs up, your comments, and I see you in the next course if you are not too lazy to do the test. See ya!